Hey YouTube, s&djr. Today I'm going to do a little video on how I build some scenery. It's going to be on the hill, which is going to go in this corner here. I can't show you any updates on the actual track on the layout. I'm still waiting for it to come through the post. If you watch my previous video, you'll know I'm changing from first radius to second radius on the helix, and the helixes also need a bit more adjustment to the correct height. So what's actually happening? Well, again, if you watch my previous video, you'll know that the track is going to bend around underneath here, so I'm going to build a little hill in here. When the hill hits the surface, it's going to go up on top, and I'm going to build a little bit of a hill up here. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I build my hills. Now, quite simply, you can see the first two layers down. It's just cardboard. There's nothing special about it. You can use polystyrene if you can find some. I was unable to, so I'm just using cardboard today. So what I've got is the first layer down, which has got the tape on it. The second layer on top is to sort of shape it around. And I've got the third and fourth layers here. So it's what you need to do is place one sheet, just a big sheet of cardboard down on the layout, approximately you want it to go, and then you need to, with a knife, just score a line. The rougher the better, I think. You don't want straight lines. You just score a line, then remove the cardboard and then cut it off away from your layout so you don't accidentally cut into any scenery or cut any of the rails or anything like that. Once that's done, I just made a final size and shape. As you can see, just ripping here to give it a bit more different depth. The next thing I do is I then obviously do the same for the top layer. Then quite a bit more adjustments here then, because I need to work out how steep I want the slopes to be and things like that. If I can just show you with two scrap pieces. Quite simply, if you want quite a steep side, you do something like this. Very short distance between the edge of the two ones. If you want it to be a lot more less of a slope, you do something like this. There's a bigger distance between the two ends there, and you get a nice sort of it's not as steep a slope, it's a bit more shallow. So yeah, where am I at the moment? Now, as I said, I've done the first and second layer. I've just cut out the third layer at the moment, which will sit approximately there. All this can do with adjustment before I stick it down. I'm also going to have a little bit at this end, like that. And then finally, this is the fourth layer to go on top. And it sits that way around. So as you can see now, I've created a hill. You can really see the contour at this point. So the next thing I do is I just pick up some tape. I'm going to use masking tape so you can see it. Generally I just use whatever tape I have round. I think masking tape is the best stuff, but this stuff isn't sticky enough. Stupid reason, but I'm not quite sure. Quite simply, you just stick each layer down to the next one. And I work all the way around until it's all stuck down, just with a few pieces of tape over it. Sit on the tape. So yeah, now when it's all stuck down like this, before you do anything else, you can do any adjustments just by removing the tape. So I'm just going to have a quick look, and it's what I've basically got is down this end here it's a lot more of a gentle slope, down this bit here it's quite a bit steeper and around the back, and then again at this corner here down to the river it's going to be a bit more of a gentle slope. The slope which goes after, coming down here to the next level track, is going to be quite a gentle one, mainly because I've got to cover about a foot of gap between the board here and the next board, so it's going to be quite a big gap to bridge, which will require quite a bit of cardboard. Obviously, reason being, sorry, no, let's rephrase that, you'll need less cardboard, because if you're sticking your next piece like that far away, if you stick it about that far away, you've obviously got 2 inches less cardboard to cut out. So yeah, a few things to think about. Now the next one you've got to do is quite a proper test. You need to bring in some wagons of some form. Now you need to check, basically you need to check clearance actually. I've got a nail in the track still which needs to come out before I can run trains properly on it again. There we go. And from what you can see now, there's loads of clearance. You can just about see the dark brown board there and the light brown cardboard, and you see there's loads of clearance between the two rails, which means that I won't have any problem with clashing with scenery. Which is a bit of advice to give you if you want to add sort of scenery and stuff. Always have some wagons already. Have the wagons. Ideally, you would want one coach as well, just to check that when you go around the corner, it doesn't overhang too far and clip the side here. Saying that, actually, I'm going to have to just cut away a little bit of a corner, which I can see is too close for a coach to go around. So I'm just going to add a bit more tape, and I can get it off. Somebody's got to design something which helps you remove tape a lot easier. It's on a roll like this. Never get it off. There we go. Okay. So that's all that done. So yeah, as what I said, you need to just notice just at this corner here. There we go. So now it's removed, I've now got the clearance I need to run a 57-foot coach around here, the biggest size coaches. If I do that, I'm probably not going to have many of those actually, just because the sort of layout, this will be more of a rural Somerset, which is where I'm a rural sort of area, sort of Somerset, Devon, Cornwall, that sort of area. Mainly because I've decided to work in GWR, which is the local, which was the local layouts, the local trains to me. So yeah. So what's happening now? When the video restarts, you will see me adding paper mache, and I'll be showing you in part 2, which will come tomorrow when the paper mache is hard. I'll show you the painting I use to get a base colour on, and then it's quite easy just to put the grass on afterwards. For YouTube, I've managed to locate all the stuff I need for PVA. So basic things you need is obviously PVA glue with a 50-50. I use a 50-50 water glue mix. I also use kitchen roll. Don't use toilet paper because toilet paper breaks up far too easily when it gets wet. But this stuff here, kitchen roll, lasts quite a lot longer when it's wet. So all I do is rip it into strips, quite simply. Then I'm actually going to remove the piece of track which isn't stuck down yet. It's a little bit tight, but it should come out. There we go. There we go. Right. And here we go. This is a very simple process, this actually, just dunk it in. Quite interesting when I stop the camera now I've done this. So you get a bit of it, you remove the excess, you just go over to one bit and you lay it down. Now I find it better to do this in longer strips. That way you keep a contour going all the way down without it stopping. Okay then, now you just repeat this process over and over again. Is what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one half today and let it set, and then I'm going to do the other half tomorrow. The reason being I need a little bit of time to carry on working on a corner. which needs a bit more scenery adding to it beforehand. It needs a little tree just adding, so I've got to create a hole in the base before I carry on and stick it all down. So I think if you've been watching my videos before, quite a little while ago, one of my first few videos was on how I build my trees. So I'm just going to carry on exactly the same as what I usually do, and attach that down to the layout on the other side near the bridge. Near the river, I was meant to say. And hopefully I'll give a nice finish. Now then, as you can see now, it's building up slowly, and as I'm just repeating the same process. Now, kitchen tile actually rips quite straight very easily, so you don't really need scissors or anything. If you're just careful, it should just rip evenly. Just put on the last piece before I stop the camera, and basically that'll be part 1 done. Remove any tape. Stupid reason, but sellotape will not stick like masking tape will over glue. So make sure you remove it. I didn't, and unfortunately I've pulled it off now, and it's I marked it up very slightly. So yeah, as you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm just covering it over completely over one layer. Generally I find one layer is enough. If you want it to be 2 layers, you can. It's all you have to do is just, once this is dried, put another layer over the top, or you can actually it may be better to do when it's wet, so the 2 layers stick together. But that's the first layer down I do. Now the second layer I do goes the other way. So this layer is going this way across, and the next layer will go that way across. The reason being, it binds all together and it creates a bit more of ridge sort of look, and it covers up any holes or any pieces where the towel has maybe folded over or something like that, and it just gives it a nicer finish, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on doing this for today. Hopefully by tomorrow it'll be dry, and I will show you sort of painting and little things like that I do later on. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any comments about this, or you want to know a bit more about the rest of the layout, please leave them. If you haven't checked out my channel, please do that. I've got quite a few videos going on, and I've got a few more plans coming up. I'm hopefully going to have the layout done, so you'll be able to see the trackboard. Hopefully I'll have a train running around at least the main loop a bit, hopefully some sidings as well. I'm still trying to work out if I should build myself a turntable or modify a Hornby or Pico one or something like that. It's little things I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do sort of later on. A few more videos coming up. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.